Okie dokie, okie dokie, and okay. Welcome back to Bad Pumpkin's Homestead 100 challenge. Rules are in the description. As you can see, things have changed a little bit. Okay. So, no, that one. There we go. So, we purchased this land right here. It's 15.36 acres, 155 grand is what we paid for it. As you can see, I've got the plow out. Let's just crank this up and ride around a little bit, shall we? Hey, put in a couple of bales there for those guys. I leased this. Good afternoon, Mr. Spunny. I leased this because I wanted to get the bigger bales. Just one of these bales has got like 5,000 liters in it, and the round bales, I've got some round bales too. As you can see, I put a bale, storage system out here. No, it's probably not the wisest idea, but I didn't really have room. Well, as you can see, I put a house up there. Well, a storage slash house. I really didn't have room to put it up there at the moment. I'll show you why in a minute. So, as you can see, we got a few bales in here. So I got 51 of the square bales at 5,000 each. I've got 18 of these round bales at 3,500. So, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that. I got to clean some of this up. Now, the reason I have this plow on is I'm trying to make up my mind as to whether, as you can see, okay, so this part is the boundary here. And plot 12 starts about right here. It goes to here, and it covers this part of the area there with trees. Hey, Miss Guy, how you doing? And it covers that part with trees, and it comes over here, and it covers part of this with trees as well. Almost all of this is mine as well, except for this little bitty corner down here. I got a lot of grass off this, so I'm not really sure if I want to do that yet or not. I don't know if I want to plow this up or not. I have considered plowing this small area up and over to here and making this into a field for something. I haven't made up my mind what that might be. Might be more sorghum. Now, the reason I had to get this one is either I had to come in here and cut more trees because I put a field back here. This is a sorghum field. And I was debating, and as you can see, I'm not that far from the edge of the map back here on this little corner. So I figured I'd put the sorghum field here. I actually gave consideration to buying field number 5, which means that I could have cut in there and, made some more room for this field here. But it didn't. We might or might not buy it in the future. I haven't made up my mind yet. Anyway, let's go up here. The sheep are doing, not sheep, goats. The goats are doing pretty good. I think we've already got one full thingy-mabob off of them. One milk. I don't know. Have we? I might throw another 50 goats in there. I'm not sure yet. Let's go have a look see here. No. We got plenty of got plenty of grass, got plenty of water. And let's throw another 50 in there, I guess. There we go. 26,000. Yeah, we can do that. Alright. Maybe that'll perk them up a little bit. We can get going. So I bought this. This is our field storage unit system. In here we can keep, like as you can see, I've got 2,500 solid fertilizer and 985 lime. This sucker over here, I'm gonna tell you, it is lime hungry. I fill this little buckaroo up right here, and I think I filled it up twice, 3 times? No, 3 times. 3 times. And if I remember correctly, it takes like, well, let's just go in here. Where is it? No, that one. It holds 2,000 liters. So that means I went through about 6,000 liters, or almost 6,000 liters, just liming that field. And sorghum, because I'm in September, I could put barley in, but it's not going to be ready until June or July. Whereas sorghum, I can put it in and it'll be ready in August, September. The sorghum is going to be for my chickens. So I may have to put more goats in that thing right there, because I need to be getting 5 or 6 pallets a day of milk out of those goats. Now you can put, supposedly, you can put 500 in here, 505. But I know that you can put 300 in there, and you'll get about, once they're at full health, you'll get about 6 pallets of these a day. So yeah, now jump up on the tractor again. I don't know if you guys saw me do this yesterday, but I put this in, and then I decided to put a sell everything right here. And I thought it was kind of cool, because now it looks like I've got something down here, and it just collects as I'm washing, like all the water goes down in there as I'm washing this off. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, I put the sell everything on it here, so that I didn't have to be constantly making trips back and forth over to the sell point, all the way down at the bottom of the map. I'm cleaning this right now, and I'm probably going to go plow something here shortly. Okay, so, and we've got all our stuff in there at the moment. And here we go. So, I put this in, and as you can see, it's got a little bit of storage in it. Well, it's got a lot of storage in it. I put a few more implements in here and stuff if I wanted to. I'm sure I'll collect a few more. And it's got a upper deck on it, but I also included some hedges, some lights, higher lights, so I can see when I'm coming in, and put some gravel down. More lights. My PJ trailer, so that I can go collect bales. Yay. More lights. Well, a light there. I got some rocking chairs and, some stuff like that. Put me a rocking swing in here. Yay. Anyway. And a barbecue. Yeah, we put a barbecue there. But, one of the reasons I got this is I wanted the extra storage because technically it's only me. So, since it's only me, yes, this is the one that has upstairs living. So technically there's nothing here. If I wanted to, I could build this up even more and have an extra room or two in here. Hey, Damo, how you doing, brother? But in here, as you can see, we got a kitchen, got dining, got cabinets, got a TV, all that nifty stuff, and a bed with a picture. Oh, there's a bath in here. Not the biggest room in the world, and I would have put a shower right here. I mean, I'd put a nice shower right there. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that'd have been a hell of a shower right there. But anyway. Anyway, so yeah, and I don't have any furniture to put up in here. Like, you know, I don't have any in my stuff. I don't even know if I could put it in here. Well, maybe I could. Well, I don't think I'm gonna jump. Anyway. But yeah, did some creativeness with the flag and the flagpole and all that nifty stuff. So yeah, that worked out pretty good. When I come back, let's see. Well, we can go ahead and, no, I'm not going to close that just yet. I might use that trailer for something else, so we're not going to close that just yet. But, yeah, sorghum will go in there, but, I mean, I don't know. I could put barley in, or wheat, but wheat doesn't collect until July, August. And barley collects in June, July. It's September. I'm not putting carrots in, not putting grapes in. Oats, sorghum. I really do kind of want the sorghum. I mean, I guess I could. No worries, Mr. Damo. Appreciate you popping in, man. I guess I could plant wheat. That would be available in July. Barley is June, July. I guess we could plant barley. Because chickens will eat barley. Yes, chickens will eat barley. Barley, wheat, and sorghum. Okay. Now, as you can tell, unlike Mrs. Mama B and Miss Dust Bunny, I have not bought everything on the map, and it's going to be a while before I ever get to the point where I could buy everything on the map. So I've just got to go with what I got. I have a seeder, I have a fertilizer, and I have a roller. Yeah, I think we might plant barley, because barley is the first one. Barley, let's look. Yeah, barley, September. It comes available in June. Sorghum and wheat. Well, yeah, wheat doesn't come in until July. But actually, I think that's quicker than sorghum. Yeah, it's still quicker than, well, it comes in July, sorghum comes in August. So I might plant wheat. Yeah, I think we'll plant wheat. I don't like waiting that long, but on the other side of the coin, kind of sort of have to. And I think we'll go ahead and plow this field, and we'll turn this into a wheat field as well. So I think. Well, I saw that. Um, she's she's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Excitable about that, I guess you could say. Hey, Mr. Stu. Hey, Miss Ebony. Okay, so if we put this down right about, let's see. I think it's Y to make fields. Yes. And we'll put that down. Okay, so that should give us enough room either side. I can't remember if this one does it. Oh, no, it doesn't. Yeah, okay. Doesn't do it backwards. It kind of sucks. One of the other plows I have, it will, if you go backwards with it, it will plow it, which I think is kind of cool. Now, I got to figure out exactly where, exactly where the boundary, I think it's right about here. Because you can see I couldn't pick up that, I couldn't pick that up. So I think it's about, there it is. Okay. Now, I don't really feel like going back. Okay. So, I probably should have done this before I started. Let me go down. I was playing around with my road. I built my road to get up in here. I probably should have moved that back a little bit, made this more straight. But as you can see, got my road built. It looks okay. I got to do some more tinkering with it further down this way. I have the landscape anywhere thing. Well, I appreciate you coming in, Mr. Stu. But anyway, we got this all the way down and out to the road out here. So that makes things a little bit better, I think, maybe. But yeah. All right. So I need to there we go. All right. So we'll make that round ish. Because I think I got plenty of yeah, I think I've got plenty of okay, so we move that back a little bit. And then we'll move it back one more. So it's like that. I'm still working on it, Miss Bunny. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and get this done. And I'm trying my best to make sure that I try to keep the natural lines that are already in the game. Because about the only thing I'm going to do, like, I know I went crazy with chopping wood, but I still wanted to keep some of the, like, one of the reasons I bought this plot was so that I could keep some of the woods back there because it just made it look a bit more natural having the wood back there. So, that was sort of the reason I did that. Okay, so move this down to a little bit smaller, and then we'll go that way, and back up. Alright, and then that'll take care of that. And if we move this along here, we can start with our plowing here in a minute. And then we'll get to lime it all, and then all that nifty stuff. Yeah, great fun. I did not put fieldstone on. Quite frankly, I didn't feel like it. Okay, that's better. Let me go back up here. I'm going to grab this edge here. See if I can't straighten that up a little bit. Because at some point I probably will buy that property there as well. I think. We're going to have to get back into chopping some more trees as well before too long. Well, that's just rude. I need... very tempted to go and make another pass just to get that right. Okay. I just prefer it that way. Like if I was ever to sort of get my own place, I would try being the operative word, to maintain the natural feel of the place. There are certain things, obviously I would do a little bit different in some circumstances. But for the most part, okay, did I lift that? I did. Okay, cool. We can go backward. But I mean, to me, it's wise to keep the natural beauty of your property. If you own property, keep the natural beauty of it. Yes, I'm cutting a bunch of trees here because I need to, because I have to make money. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't. Like if I had already prepped it. Well, I mean, you know, it's not like I knew there was a snake camped out on your boots, Damo. I mean, I'm not a mind reader, brother. But I was yelling at you to get the shot. That's true. I was like, what is he doing? Oh my God. I've been standing out there all day. Burning the frick up. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, to me, if you're gonna do something, like if you're gonna have sort of a natural feel, um, then you know you should be adding to your the natural affinity of your land, so to speak. So you know, um, whether that means I'm gonna get caught, my combine's gonna get caught on that. You watch. Um, like if you're adding oaks or pines or whatever, you need like a lot of people, like my next door neighbor, he's gone through and he's put in a bunch of pine trees. Now, the thing is he didn't put them in for shade or anything like that. He's actually put them in for almost like a oh, what's it called? a tree farm, basically. That's what he's done. Whereas me, I would have been at least part of them. I mean, like, I would possibly put a tree farm on the property, but I would prefer it if I had one area that was kind of, marked off for landscaping, placing oaks or some other trees that would add to the availability to go out and put like a picnic table, maybe a gazebo, something like that. Um, I don't know, but I'm just one of those people. I really enjoy being out in nature. So, yeah. Okay, so we'll stop there. I think we'll grab a little bit more of this. There I go. And I always clean up these edges a little bit with my paint. Yep. Let's see here. I guess we can go, I guess we'll go right about there. Maybe a little bit more forward. Yep, that's better. This poor tractor of mine, I get done with this challenge, I can assure you we're going to upgrade the horsepower on this tractor. Well, actually we're going to buy another tractor because this tractor can't handle the stuff that I use. I can't remember. I think I pulled this all the way up to the edge. We'll find out. I'm going to run back up here and I'm going to finish the outline of this. Yeah, I think I got that road just about wide enough. Because eventually I want to put cow barn out there. That should do the trick. Oh, I forgot about those little bumpity bumps. I might have to straighten that out. Okay. Because it's not like I can bring a 18 wheeler through here. Alright. Those goats make a lot of noise. I have to admit, one of my favorite animals on the farm is a cow. Yeah, you get the mooing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not bleeding all the time like the goats are. They're just kind of laid back, and every now and then they'll be like, moo. Yeah, I've got 100 goats in a paddock over there, in a fenced-in area, so that I can get goats milk. I don't know. I've been thinking about that. I'm thinking I might make a fairly big one, and then all the open area that I have, where my current grass is, I guess you could say, I will turn into grass pastures, to feed the TMR that I'm going to need, because I was thinking, because remember at the beginning of this I told you I wanted to buy all the land between here and the road. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a couple of thousand. It's gonna be a fairly decent size. It ain't gonna be a small one. I'm gonna put the biggest barn I have up, and I'm going to fill that sucker with cows, and we're just gonna see how we go. But like, I want it to buy, so I want to buy, well, when it saves. So I want to buy field number 23 or 21. But we may have to buy field number 22 because field number 22 is like really like right beside the road I've got running through, because the road's running through right about here. And if you look, that's sort of the road I got going through. And then I've got like, this is just hill right here. So I think I'll be picking up that road going through, but I actually want all this meadow here. And I want to plant the barn, the cow barn right here. And then I want to either, I'll put the meadow, like I'll stretch the fencing all the way over to here, to this corner, then up and around, all the way back up here, probably up to here and there, and then come in behind this shed and hook it back up. And that, I think, will get me about a 2,000 head count. I think. If not, then I might be cutting some more out of here. Or I might dip out and come down here. But I want to be able to turn all this sort of into grass field. And then some of this into grass field. But once I'm done with the challenge, I'm going to go in and start purchasing things like this, like that, or that, something like that. Because I'm gonna do some serious tree chopping to get rid of stuff. I mean, I might even take out that entire area there and leave a smaller area of trees, and then turn that, like turn it into grassland or something. But yeah, it's got to go. And that's just a big old hill going down over there. So I might be able to chop some of that down. But I'm a little worried about. I mean, I could always do it just as I was doing it on the Hagenstead, and just run around with the thing. What's the thing? I'm trying to remember the name of it. With a forage wagon, and just pick it up as I'm cutting it, or even, I don't know, because I can always get the lizard stuff and just go to town. Honestly, Mr. Stu, whatever makes you happy, sir. I couldn't tell you about roadcraft. I haven't even tried it. I watched Miss Sandra, Texas Ginger Girl, play it. It looked alright, but again, um, I don't know. I didn't watch very much of it, but yeah, only you can answer that, good sir. But I mean, you do enjoy SnowRunner. You do enjoy um, Construction Simulator. So it might very well be that it might be something that's right up your alley. But yeah, I've been wanting to test out that big cow barn I've got. We want to test it out with a kind of a big herd just to see how well it does. I may have to go look for some extra milk storage, or I may have to put something near it for extra milk storage. Cause like I've got like on Haggenstead, I had a multi-fruit silo that was near one of my cow barns, and I think that the cow barn was using it for overflow milk. If you know what I mean, like extra milk would go into it, but I'm not 100% sure. I must test that out at some point in the near future. See if it's because I know that when I was doing my homestead playthrough that I had, you could like my slurry was literally right beside my one of my storage units, the 3 domed one. That makes sense, Mr. Stu. Um, but yeah, my production, that 3 dome production I have, was literally right beside the slurry. Well, it's your thumbnail, sir. So I finally said, you know what? Let's dust this off and bring it out and shine it up and make it look pretty. And yeah, see how it goes. Um, but yeah, the slurry would go into that production, so I didn't have to actually unload the slurry out of the thing in the ground. It was already in the production. So if I can fix that something like that up, if I can put a silo close enough to it that it will help me do that, then I think I'd be better off doing it that way. But I'll still probably wind up seeing if there's anything extra out there. I mean, I think technically I have a legit house. Um, I have 100 goats now. I could buy 100 sheep, like 100 chickens right now. I just need a spot to put them and be done with this challenge, like episode 3. Um, I just don't know if I want to do that. And I'm gonna need a fair chunk of change to actually. Now I haven't taken out any loans or anything, so everything here is bought and paid for. So I think but I need TMR, and I can't put productions up. So I'm thinking is I can put I can make TMR. I can make TMR out of silage and grass. Or is it hay? I can't remember. I'll have to check. I think it's silage and hay. If I could do that, then I could possibly put the barn up and get it going. But I'm going to have to save money because those wood units are expensive, to say the least. Because what is it? That one's 449,000. I think we could probably pick up an excavator for less, like one of these. Maybe not that one. That one or that one. And then let's see. Let's look at this one. Whoops, no, back. Look at the combinations, and so you can get you can plant trees with it. you can cut trees. It's a feller buncher that it can cut down trees. I think it's this one that cuts the trees and then goes through and pulls them through to de-branch them or something. I haven't played with these. What is that? I haven't played with these in a very, very long time. So, it says wood harvester head dangle. It says dangle. What is the other one? Oh, that's fixed and that's dangle. Okay. So I'm thinking one of those would do the trick. That is not really something I would. I don't know. I don't think I'd do that one. Oh no, I don't want to buy that. Jeez. What is this? This is you can pull wood out of the forest with a winch. Okay. What have I got to do with that? And that the forwarders and stuff like that. Anyway, something like that. But still, I mean, it's not cheap. 260, 365, 240. I mean, we might be able. What is this one? 291 horsepower. So it's probably a base that we need to look at. So that's 292. It's cheaper. What is that? That's a telescopic one. Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be expensive to do. May have to look at more excavators or something. Because I'd really just love to be able to plow straight through that and get that mod that you and Miss Mama B had with the trailer, and use it to just rock and roll on trees. That would make my life a lot easier. Because going full tilt on getting all this down was, well, let's just say it was interesting. I put a lot of hours in, like, I think it was, what was it? Where's this? Stats. Fertilizer. Yeah, 28 hours already in this game. Almost 30 hours in this game already. So I've basically been putting in 10 hours per episode to get this done. Just in prep work. And preparing to sort of make it happen. So I think we're in a good spot now. I mean, I'm going to need sorghum or wheat or whatever at some point in the near future anyway, because if I have chickens, then that's just the way it is. But for the time being, I might just add some more goats in there because I can. Goat milk sells for a fairly standard price across the board throughout the year. So that makes life a little bit easier. And then a lot of chopping trees, or more chopping trees, I should say. I mean, I could chop these trees and then add more to this, as in make the field bigger, which I probably will do that. That makes sense. Because it's basically chopping it in half where it's at, almost. So if I go ahead and chop out this entire area of trees, then I can turn that part into more field for sorghum or wheat or whatever. Or I can split the field, have two different fields, and run the other one for something else. Something that produces straw. because I will need straw. Well, I don't need it. I can't, like, if I put it into a production, I'm going to need straw. If I don't put it into a production, I'm not going to need straw. But if I put it in a production, I'll need straw to make TMR. If I don't put it in a production, I can do TMR without straw. But straw is always nice to have, because it's a bit of a filler for the TMR, which makes it, well, supposedly a little bit better. I did find it funny that, you know, they say, oh, well, you know, you should put mineral feed in your TMR. It's like, well, what does it do? Oh, it doesn't do anything. It's just an extra component to put in it. It's like, what? Why would I do that? If it's not adding anything to my cows, why am I going to do that? Yeah, I'm gonna need straw for that, and that's what I say. I'm gonna have to come up with I mean, barley or wheat, and I'm planting wheat, so I've already made up my mind about that. I'm gonna plant wheat. So if I plant wheat, then I'll get straw from that. Okay, so we got that all done. All right, let's go put this back, and we're gonna need to lime this field. Now, remember how I said that you can lime the field, or you can create the field and still be able to do GPS, right, Miss Dust Bunny? Why are you going so slow, tractor? Come on, let's go. Move it, move it. Got things to do, Boudreaux. That's cool. I'll show you in a minute, because we will be liming that field and I will be using GPS. So like I said, hello, Miss Mama Bear. I don't own the map on this one, Miss Mama Bear. I'm not that rich. Okay. So let's grab our fertilizer thingy. Well, we'll grab our thing and we'll put some lime in it. Which means I have to buy more lime. Yay. Lime is expensive too. Okay, so let's pop over here. We need lime. I'm not spending that much. 10,000 liters? Sure. Fill it up. Fill her up. No. No, I did that wrong. Which one is it to unload? Unload. There we go. Wait, what? Okay. I don't need that. I need that. There we go. I have to go get my. I have to go get my. I have to go get my weight. I don't think this one has the. I don't think this one has tension bars or tension straps. So let me put this back over here. Okay. Alright, let's look. Nope, I need to see right there. Okay. Now. I don't have a 3-point hitch at the front. You can't buy a 3-point hitch for this trailer. Or for this tractor, I'm sorry. So I have to do it the other way. And welcome in, Miss Mama B. Appreciate you being here. Okay, so let's go make that go away. Alright, so what we should have. Oh, wait, no, stop. Are you kidding me? Well, that's interesting because it found that field up there, but it doesn't find. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Let's see here. It's lower. Oh, well done. Did I lower it? Oh no, I gotta do that. It's showing the field right there, but okay, whatever. I don't think it likes the I don't think it likes the way that some of these are done. I will not be streaming later tonight. Um, yeah, I'm not going to be streaming later tonight. Sorry, guys. I am trying to restructure my sleep patterns. So, yeah, I won't be sleeping. Well, I hope to be sleeping later tonight, but yeah. All right, well, that took a lot of freaking lime. I think I got it all. Well, most of it anyway. Okay, let's go get more lime. I probably should pick up a bigger lime carrier, but the one I have, like the one I can get, the one I want. Yeah, I figured it was getting close to your nap time, brother. The one I want is the lizard because it holds a lot of lime. But the problem is this tractor will not carry that at all. It's just like, huh, no, no, that's not happening, bro. You can forget it. So, yeah. Um, so I've got to try to figure out how I want that to go. Okay, so, all right, let's open this up really, really wide to 27 meters. And see if we can get as much of this as possible. Okay. All right, Mr. Damon. We'll see you later tonight, brother. Um, yeah, yep, I'm streaming. Um, I gotta fix these. I gotta fix these rocks in here because the ones where it dips in the land, those kind of mess me up. These are fine, but it's the dippy ones that kind of mess you up. Okay. So let's see here. I think we will be about here, I think it is. All right, let's run this down. Nope, not quite. Boy, we go through a lot of freaking line. Jesus. Look at that. That's amazing. It's insane. Okay. Gotta go get more lime. I also have to buy a combine at some point. Yes, true. Okay. I want to look at something real quick. Let's see. So yeah, wheat. This is the first part of wheat. I'm not doing barley. I mean, I know it happens in June. I know to feed the. We're doing. I think we'll do wheat because that'll be in July, and sorghum still wouldn't be there. So yeah. Let's fill that up. I do. I still have that in my in my mods. So my mods folder. So I will be using it more likely. I'll look around a little bit and see if there's anything else that might spark my interest, but I don't think so because that one is pretty. Oh, for crying out loud! That one is pretty straightforward in the fact that it can be used quite easily. Um, and it's still got a decent carry capacity and stuff like that. So more than likely I'll be using it. It's a really cool looking. Are you just wanting to go slow or what's up? Um, all right. And now we'll get to plant all this lovely stuff. Isn't that lovely? Okay, let's lift this up. Wait, barley produces straw too, doesn't it? My mind is blanking. Um, okay, here we go. There we go. Just go. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, maybe we will plant barley. Because barley will come up in June. I think it's June. Let me double check. Yeah, it'll come up in June just before wheat. So, and it is the first planting, so it should come up here if we plant it here. Okay. Alright, that's done. Let's go get our seeder. First things we're going to do is I'm going to reach in here and I'm going to grab that roller because I want it a little bit further out. Grab that. Yeah, I kind of figured that the wide tires on this tractor, they're nice, but they're also kind of a little bit of a pain. Not going to be using this again anytime soon, so we'll drop that right there. And then we have this set. What do we have this? I think I set this for sorghum. Yeah. All right. Let's change that. Wheat, no. Barley, yes. Okie dokie. Now, the funny thing is, I cut this one in last night. Cut this field in last night. And today, let's see if it will actually cooperate with me. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so it does, yeah, okay, alright. We'll start with the, no, we'll start with the up down. Okay. Yeah. Hello? Oh, probably help. Okay, we'll start with the up down. Double check, make sure I got barley selected. I do. Okay. Lower it, and I believe it's B to turn this bad boy on. Yes. Just do that for the time being. See how slow I'm gonna go up that hill. Jeez, it is slow. They said it only needed like 90 horsepower to pull this. For sure that's what it said. Yeah, I really can't be bothered with a mod to do that. So I'll just kind of stick with what I know. Is that a, yeah it is, okay. So we need to be on this side of it. Okay, so let's do that and that and that. I was almost positive that this said that it needed 90 horsepower. And there's 102 in this tractor. I don't know. I don't know if this is the ground deformation or what it is. Whatever way it goes, it's just a royal pain in the butt. It's just, yeah, it's annoying. Kill it there. It's kind of silly that I'm gonna have to check that because I could have sworn like this is 3.6 meters wide. I think the case is 5.4 or 5.2, and I think the John Deere is 5.4, or maybe the case is 5.4 and the John Deere is 5.2, something like that. Either way, I need to check them and see what their specs are. And this is the hill, kind of what you got behind this little flat area up here. And it just kind of flows on down. So you get that little bit of a flat spot right there. And I had to widen that out a little bit, to be honest, where the shed and shed house and the other like equipment shed is. So it's kind of weird. There's not a whole lot of flat spots on this map per se. Oh no, no. I was just saying I appreciate it. Like I said, I know of it. I just I don't know. I don't really like do a lot of planting for straw. And if I do, like if I plant for straw, I'll plant barley or wheat, right? And then I can make bread out of barley or wheat. So I've always got something I can use it for. Um, and like I said, with the chickens, I can always just the chickens are fine. I always change them up and keep them on barley seeds or whatever. So I'm sort of used to playing within the confines of the game, if you know what I mean. So, and I've actually adapted my play style to play it that way. I will. I'll go straight into productions because I'll need them. Um, like I'll have to look, but let me have just a sec. Okay. So if you look in here, so like we can do a forager mixer. Now like I can get one of these and it's 50 horsepower. This is I don't know what this is. Um, that's 30, that's 30, that's 90. That does 14 meters. So, and it's 24,000. This this does 10.5. And 10.5 is a good one. I've used that one before. So, I could get this and I could put in um I think it's hay and silage. Yeah, hay and silage. So I think it's yeah, I can't remember exactly. You can put in a 5,000 liter bale of hay to a 3,500 liter bale of silage and get a mixture of TMR. You don't have to have the straw. But hang on a minute. While we're here, where is Cedars? Cedars, Cedars, Cedars. Hello. Thank you. Okay, so that one is 3.6 meters. This one is 5.2 meters. Costs 60. That one's 60. 60. And this does that. And what does this do? See, that one's 4 meters, and that one's 4 meters. Let's look and see what it's got. So 1660. What side attachers? Okay. Let's go to this one then. $16.60. I don't need the side attachers. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't know why they didn't have like John Deere green. Where is it? There it is. That's what it should look like. Along with John Deere yellow. Because it's a freaking John Deere. You know what I'm saying? This one's wider. But on the other side of the coin, this one will fit in there. In the shed. Straight in. Otherwise I'd have to park it facing out this way. Anyway. Although I may give some consideration to actually doing that. I don't know yet. I mean, but I'm not understanding why it's slowing down. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Because this has 100, it's got 40 horsepower more than is required to pull the seeder. So I'm confused as to why it's bogging down, even on a hill when it should be pulling through it without a problem. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I know. It's fine. So once we get this in, we'll have to roll it. Joy. That's another thing I really miss is having a decent sized seeder that you can get this done really kind of quickly. Don't have one of those. And like I said, I could get the John Deere or the case. The problem with the John Deere or the case is the fact that they don't have the storage for the solid fertilizer or the seed that this one does. This one's actually got more seed and more fertilizer than either of those two have. Which is kind of nice. Because yeah, this one holds 5,000 seed and 2,500 fertilizer. I mean, it's freaking good, right? If they do, I ain't never seen it. So, you know, yeah. I ain't really never, I mean, I guess back in the day they rolled fields, but I ain't, I mean, I know they've rolled, like they'll roll grass sometimes. And that part of that is to help with better pastures. But as far as rolling everything, no, I have not heard of that before. I mean, maybe they do need to roll it. I mean, I've seen rollers attack, but I think it might be more that it's not about rolling. I think maybe Giant saw them roll something like somebody was putting in maybe sugar cane or something like that. They rolled it. I can't remember what it was that they used to roll, but it had to be rolled. And behind the seeder, there was actually a roller. Um, but it was only for certain seeds, if I recall correctly. There's only certain types of seeds that they actually rolled it for. So it's kind of weird that basically everything you plant in this game has to be rolled. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't think everything needed to be rolled. But it's a Giants game, so you know what? It is what it is. Oopsies. I might have cut that tree. Like I know they would roll the field sometimes with the grass, and then especially if they aerated the grass, they would come back over with seeds, and they would take a like a fertilizer spreader, but it'd be more like a seed spreader. And then what they would do is they let that seed fall into where they had aerated, which would hopefully enough of it would go into the ground, and then they would turn around and then they would roll it in so that they could be sure that at least some of it got into the ground. So yeah, anyway. Yes. Birds, wind, etc. and so on. That's what all I know. Like when they do plant seeds, it's normally on a day that's not going to be windy and blah blah blah. And like I said, a lot of them will actually have a roller behind the truck or behind the seeder to ensure that the seeds are pressed down in there firmly and they don't have any issues. Um, so yeah. Okay, so let's do that. We'll flip around. Get back on track. So, maybe those tires aren't the best to put on these. Maybe I should have got the maybe I should have stayed with the normal tires. I kind of like those though. I've had them on tractors before, and it was fine. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. That looks like a miss. No, it got it. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So this is going well. I think on the next one, let's see here. Okay, so I think maybe what we'll do is instead of going that way, we will go counterclockwise because I will want have to run into the tree. Wait, what? No. What are you doing? Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. Because I thought about it, and I want to be able to bring the combine here, start on this side, or start there, go that way, back up, come around here, back up, come along here, and do 2 headlands. And that should easily leave enough room because he'll be going back and forth that way. So it should make that happen without a problem. And then once we're able to actually put some fields in, and I'm able to get some serious tree cutting stuff going on, then I can actually expand this field a little bit and do a little bit better than this. Because this is well, I didn't realize I was going to make as much as I did with that trailer, with the wood trailer there, and just constantly cutting down tree after tree after tree after tree. We slowly worked our way up to, I think it was almost $500,000, or right at maybe a little over $500,000. And like I said, that's on hard economy, because that's what we're playing on. We're playing on hard economy. And we finally got to that point, and I was like, well, okay. Maybe we should spend our money on some stuff. That's kind of what I did. Okay. Just wanted to see. I must have made a missed call on that one. Holy dooly. Okie dokie. Alright, so there we go. Really is hard to get some of these fields squared up with everything. This is coming out pretty good. Better than expected. But boy, what I'd do to have that big Lemkin cedar right now. That would be very, very nice. Very, very nice. Am I going to hit it? No, I missed it. Wow. Okay then. Let's go ahead. The GPS is definitely helping. I think I want to go this way, right? Is it this way? No, I already did that one. So it's going to have to be here. That's weird because it shouldn't end there. Come on, little Alice Chambers, let's not get into an argument here. You're literally looking for an argument here. Okay, so I should be able to go here. Is that it? Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that little spot right there, though. We got two more strips. I can tell you right now, if it hates this one as much as it hates, if it hates that hill right there, it's really going to hate that up over there. The one I just did. I may have to consider a different plan of attack. This is something that I don't understand. Why is it? I have 640. Okay, maybe I should drop the front weight. What do you think? Maybe that's the problem. Let's drop the front weight. Maybe that's why I'm not getting much grip on the back. I don't know. It's weird. I know I had that weight on the back, and I had a trailer hooked up, or not trailer. I had that bush hog hooked up, my John Deere. It was really weird because I put it on the trailer. Because I put it on the trailer, and when I wait, what? How many times like I hit V? V? I can hit it 50 times as long as it's not on the right one. It's not going to matter. That was kind of silly of me. Okay, let's try this again. Anyway, had that weight on the back. Also had the John Deere. Now it doesn't seem to make a difference. That's nice. Had the John Deere hooked up to the back. Put it on that trailer in there. Went to move it, and it was almost like it was bogging down. Like it was. It was moving like this. Like my pickup truck was dragging the trailer was moving like this. It was just slow and blah blah blah. I don't know if it was the weight or if it's this up the front. I don't know what it is. I just know that it's weird, and I missed a spot. I should reduce this to like 3.5, I think that would be better. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop that right there. Put this down. Put that there. Unhook. Okay. Maybe be an operative word. This will free the little Ford up to work. And if it does, I am seriously going to question why it is that would be doing what it's doing to this tractor. Okay. This has got to go left. Yep, we're going to have to make that. Yep, got to do that one. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright. No, come with me. There you go. Now, let's go back. Okay. No, doesn't seem to be making a difference. Maybe it's the tires. Because there's no way the ground deformation is going to make that much of a difference, right? I have to check the speed at which speed this can actually plant seeds, I think. Yeah, I know I'm coming up on this bit up here. Yes, thank you. Okay, let's do that. I can change the tire size, yes. I put the bigger ones on thinking that would, like, you know, help with ground deformation or whatever it is. Apparently not, I guess. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to have to come back and do another swing around the edge for that tiny, teeny, tiny little bit right there. How rude. How rude. Yeah, oh, okay, well maybe not. I'll have to get that little bitty tiny bit back there. Or if it really perturbs me, what I might do is I might just erase it with, yeah, with my paint. That might work. Okay, so let's see. Well, appreciate you lurking, Miss Scott. Okay. Well, I won't have to worry about that on this side. So apparently it's not. Apparently it's not. Maybe it's this. I don't know. I'll have to get another one out to test it. The last time I used the autoload, it worked fine. And again, it's only requiring 50 or 50 or 60 horsepower. 60 horsepower. So it is extremely odd that it is playing up like this. It's weird. But as per normal, it is a mod, and therefore all mods are occasionally prone to doing weird stuff. And as such, that means that I'm going to have to go and check to see if there's an update on that. And also check the other two because those are mods as well. So, yeah. Maybe nothing more than just it's having a little bit of an issue with the, well, now it seems to be acting right, but then again, I'm literally up on top of grass a little bit here, so maybe that's the problem. Or the solution, whichever. I missed that. That was just, no, 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 no. Thank you. Alright. Now, can we drive over that little bit right there? Thank you. And I missed that because I'm squirming like a no tomorrow. This is why I prefer the bigger seeders. This 3.5 with a short tongue on it is just, ugh, painful. Absolutely painful. Magazines. So you're running around in World of... Oh, Fallout 4. For more decorations, level up for settlement building perks. Okay, cool. I did notice that you showed off some stuff the other day, like neon signs and stuff. That was pretty cool. Yeah, see, this is 3.6, and I fit it through there. A 5.4 would not fit. So that would be okay. Let's detach from that. Go in here. Let's do a quick repair on it. Then customize. So it always goes back to that stupid thing. Like it defaults to the open cab like that. I want an awning because I'm old and, you know. So if we do that, that's design 1. That's design 2. So if we take it back to there, maybe that will work. Okay. Let's customize. It's not going to cost us anything, so let's just custom. That's fine. I don't care. I literally just told it to change. I know. Terrible, isn't it? Okay. All right, so. All right. Do I want to go and test one of the other ones? Yeah, I think I do. All right, let's go up to Cedars. Let's go down and let's grab the John Deere. Let's not worry about that. Don't worry about that. Where's paint? We need paint. Where's the John Deere green? There it is. And the John Deere yellow. There it is. So let's go ahead and spend the $6 grand on that. Nothing else, I'll sell it back if it doesn't work the way I want it to. It's fine. All right, let's go grab this. No, the wheel weight should actually be keeping it down. Yes, ma'am. Are you going to have like a grizzly bear head or something? How's that going to work? Grizzly's gill. Gill? Grizzly's grill. That already sounds pretty good. Because you know, more than happy. Okay, so this one, let me return that. Is it Grizzly's bar and grill or just grill? Just kind of curious. We got to roll that too. All right, let's see if we can. All right, so that will fill with. No, it will not fill with seeds. So hang on a minute. Let me jump out and buy some seeds. All right, seeds. Seeds. Let's buy those. Let's buy some solid fertilizer. Whoop, there we go. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, this should be seeds. Yes. 830. All right, if we back up, come back on here. It's not that one. That one. There we go. So as you can see, it only has so much. So there you go. All right. Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, let's see if how this one works. Because this is 5.4 meters wide. So let's see how well it plays. And now it has it, Miss Dust Bunny. Now it has this. So technically I could put a worker on this if I wanted to, but now it actually has this. Okay, we're just going to do that. I like the back and forth thing. It's a favorite of mine. Back and forth is good. Okay, so let's put this down. I've got that selected. I shouldn't have to do anything else, right? So H3. Okay, maybe it is that cedar because we're just bumping right on along here. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, if you're gonna have a grill, you should probably have a bar. Or at least be able to sell ice cold beer because every now and then an ice cold beer with a steak goes down really good. Just saying. It really does. So this is much faster than the previous fun that we had. I didn't clean up the edges, folks, so I've got to do that real quick. Let's grab that. We'll do this. So I need to clean that edge up right there. And I think the rest of it's pretty good. There's that little dip right, that little divot right there, but that's fine. And then what we'll do is we'll do that. Okay. Come off that out of the way. I did not. I did not. I don't think it would have, because now I'm beginning to think that mod, that Alice Chambers mod, actually needs needs to be reworked, or not reworked. Needs to be updated. That's what I think. So. Yeah, yeah, that works. I like G bar G, actually. Because you know in Fallout, I'm constantly after those Brahmin, right? You know that, right? I'm not even playing. I'm out there. I'm getting me some Brahmin meat. I ain't messing around. I'm getting me some Brahmin meat. I'm getting me some deer meat, and we good. Because I ain't playing that game with them. All right, so this is a hard pull for this tractor. Because this is uphill. So, you know. especially from a standstill. So that's basically what it was doing. It was basically pulling the hill from a standstill. So still doing pretty good for a 100 horsepower tractor. Not gonna lie, because all this is uphill. Now, as far as I know of, there are no limitations on things such as the combines. So, I guess that's good. Yes. As far as horsepower, like I said, I'll probably be grabbing the little one, the little Ford. Yeah, I didn't see anything about the combines being limited horsepower wise. Which is a good thing. So I'm gonna come collect this stuff. I'm gonna need some horsepower. Alright, so what we'll do is, instead of struggling up this hill, just run up there. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes good sense. Yes, yes, Scoots, I know. I just don't think the tractor's got enough oomph behind it. I mean, I know on a flat, like on a flat, these things pull fantastic behind this trailer. But yeah. Wait, did I miss something here? No. Oh, it wants me to go that way. Okay, sure. Sure. What we'll do is we'll start here, though. Because that's a heck of a hill to pull up over there. Although it does go downhill slightly once you get across the top there, it looks like. No, still looks like it's climbing. Okay. We'll go ahead and stick with it. It's fine. I'm just thinking I am going to have to get out of here shortly because I'm going to go hunt up some food. I just remembered I hadn't cooked today. Well, I did. I ate some breakfast this morning. But I didn't have any lunch, so I'm going to have to find some food here shortly. No, I'm not going to do that. What I might do is I might go back up here. And then we'll go downhill right here to yeah, that makes sense. Because I can go at like 18 miles an hour up the hill, just pulling it behind me with no problem. Okay, we're 17, but whatever. You know, people knew what I meant. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, this is practically just downhill. This is crazy. Well, we might be sending the Alice Chalmers back until we're able to see if there's an update for it. Because I think this one's doing a little bit better, but I'll know I'll know better next time when I have to replant for our next harvest. Hopefully by that point though I will be in a position to where the challenge will technically be over and I'll be able to just hook up a different tractor and see if that helps. Hang on a minute. I think we just missed that little bit right there. Can't be having missing spots now. Come on. Yeah, nope, can't have missing spots. Well, there is Miss Sky. I haven't played it in a while. I have been considering going back and playing it. Although there is what is it? It is Fallout London or New London or something like this. No, yes, this is a. I don't know if it's a direct or not. I can't remember, Miss. That's funny. I think it is. Fairly certain that the Alice Chalmers is. But anyway, um, now you got me curious. Okay, so this is an all crop drill here. And the John Deere, I don't know. Yeah, I've been thinking about maybe testing that out because, I mean, I don't know. It might not be worth it, but I mean, I don't know. I know it changes a lot of stuff, but I mean, it's different. It's new. It's unique. It's. This is just annoying. How do I keep missing that? Okay, so we got that done. I mean, if you look at this, it looks like a direct drill seeder to me. Because it's just, I don't know. Anyway, I mean, some of them are air injection and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I might, but I'd like to get in. If I download it, I'd have to have a look at it and kind of do some testing on it first before I started streaming, so that I would make sure that I have all the mods that I want. And, like, I don't think I'd be getting extra mods to go with it, although I would get a few quality of life. Well, I have an external hard drive. I got 500, I don't know, 500 and something gigabyte external hard drive. I've also got about 100 gig on my hard drive, on my actual hard drive, right now. So I've got room to download it if I want to. Um, it's just a matter of whether I want to or not, you know. And that's why I'm giving it some thought. Because I have a lot of games on this computer. It's got like I think I've got 300, I think I've got 300 gigs available. Yeah, I've got a 1 terabyte solid state drive in my computer. And I'm using 700 gigs of it. It's insane. Oh wow, 14 gig? Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a little on the low side. But then on the other side of the coin, you probably paid a lot less for your laptop than I paid for mine. Because I bought my gaming laptop from Alienware, and it was a little over $3 grand. But I want it to be able to play. I want to be able to put games on it. I want to be able to do what I want it to do. Right? Um, and so far it's done it. The only thing I'm having some issues with is like I had my farming simulator graphics set up just perfectly for me, like just the way I wanted them. And then I messed up and I did something and the graphics got changed, or I upgraded the not upgraded the graphics card, but updated the graphics card, and my settings got changed somehow. It might have been the idiot between the chair and the laptop or whatever. And I have not been able to get them set back to the configuration I've had since. And it has driven me insane. I mean, it still looks like the game still looks really, really good and all, but I had it set up perfectly for my system to run just right. Right. So, and I completely understand that. So, getting external hard drive is is something that you would be very useful if you only got 14 gigabytes. Um, I've got an old HP laptop that I used to use playing Fallout and other games. Unfortunately, I can't like I for the charger for it is screwed. The battery's screwed. I think the charger's screwed. I know the battery's screwed. And I just haven't been able to get it in to have a look at it to get it redone. Um, because I want it to move, because I got a lot of pictures and other stuff. I do. Each one of my games is set up the way I like it set up. So I like they'll give me recommended settings and I'll be like, nah. I'll 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 go with their recommended settings and then I'll go in and tweak it and fine tune it to what I want it to be. So each one of my games is set up just like that. So like whatever the default was, I don't remember what the default was for um, Farming Simulator 25, or what the recommended was for, or any of that. If I did, then I would have them set. Right. Um, I think mine will, like if I can get a charger, I can, like the HP I have, I can charge it. Like I can plug it in and play on it if I want to. But because I need to get some stuff off of the hard drive on that computer. Because I wasn't expecting it to go down. Like I bought my new one and I was using my other one for other stuff that I was doing. This one was purchased purely for gaming, basically. The other one I use for writing uh, financial records for my company and stuff like that. And then it went down, and like the charging cord for it screwed up, and yeah, I need to bring it back up. Um, but yeah, laptops are like, at first I wasn't gonna get a laptop because I'm a truck, like, I've always been a truck driver all my life, and I wasn't gonna get a laptop. I was gonna get a desktop because I've always had desktops. And I got to thinking about it. I was like, well, I'm going to be in a truck quite a bit. It might be wiser to just go ahead and get a laptop that performs really well, um, and just be happy with that. That's basically what I did. And then when I got the money up, I was very excited because I've always wanted an Alienware, a Dell Alienware gaming laptop slash gaming computer. And when I got the money, I was like, yep, buying one. I mean, granted, I didn't get to play it as much. Like, I didn't get to play my games as much when I was truck driving. Obviously because I was running, 12-hour days plus. So, at the end of those days, you're just like, nope, I'm done. Nope, I am done. Stick a fork in me. I'm overdone. Um, so yeah, I the, didn't get it, didn't get the pleasure to play it as much as I'd like to, but it is what it is. I mean, obviously I'm playing it now, so that's always a good thing. But hopefully, I don't know. I'll have to look. I might have an extra hard drive laying around here somewhere. I can't remember. I think I have an external hard drive, but it's a hard drive. It's not a solid state hard drive. Just a regular old hard drive. Um, and I think it's 1 terabyte. I think I didn't. I don't think I paid but like $30 for it or something like that. I can't remember. Problem is finding it. That's the problem. Finding the hard drive would be the problem. Because I haven't seen that hard drive since I came back from Australia. And that was 8 years ago? Something like that? Yeah, it sounds right. So I have no clue where the heck that hard drive is. No, no clue whatsoever. Does anybody else think about, I have something laying around and I'd really like to find it, and then you go to look for it and you can't find it, and then like, a year later, you're like, oh, there's where it was. Yeah, the SSDs are going to be expensive. The regular hard drives are cheaper, like the regular HDD. I think it's HDD, whatever. They're cheaper. The solid state drives are always going to be more expensive. Always. Well, the Yeah, right. So the solid state drives, what the solid state drives are is they're a little bit better as far as boot up times. And well, technically, because wouldn't be yours would be an external hard drive, and your Windows isn't on it, you're not going to see a marked improvement in Windows coming up on it. However, you would probably see a marked improvement in regards to gameplay and stuff like that. In saying that, a regular hard drive will do basically the same thing. Um, that's what my HP laptop is a regular hard drive, and it works fine. I played everything on it basically that I play now on this one, and it worked fine. But yeah, I think it's just going to be one of those situations that it's kind of up to you how you want to play it. Okay. Um. All right. So we've been going about 2 hours. I've still got to roll these things, and they should be fertilized. So at least that's done. And I need to roll them before the product comes up. Pretty sure that's the way that works. Okay, so wait, did I put barley in there? I did put barley, but I put wheat in there. That's fine. You should be able to. Like you can, I mean, Damo, if I remember right, Damo's got an external hard drive that he plays Fall Out from, if I recall correctly. You would have to ask him about that, but I believe that's what he said. Let me just do a double check. Yes. So it is fertilized because that light blue means fertilized. Oh, wait. It is fertilized. That's the first phase of it, but it needs rolling. Okay. All right, guys, I am going to have to get out of here because I am starting to get really, really hungry. I've been up, like I said, I had breakfast early this morning, been up since 3 a.m., and I really want something to eat. So I greatly appreciate everyone being here this afternoon and joining me. Um, and showing all your support. We really appreciate it so very much. Yeah. Uh, well, you can play on an external hard drive. As far as I'm aware of, you can play on a whether it's HDD or um, SSD. Um, you should be able to play it. Well, I appreciate that, Miss Sky, and I will catch up with y'all later on. I'm gonna pop into Damo's stream later on this afternoon when he gets up and starts streaming, and then I'm probably gonna have an early night. But you guys take care of yourselves, and again, appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you later.